This is the Art Beauty Podcast special summer series with New Beauty Magazine. Every week during the month of July and August, we are going to be bringing you special guests straight from the pages of New Beauty Magazine to help you spice up your summer. I'm Amber, and today my beautiful and gorgeous co-host is Carolyn Aronson. She is a stylist and CEO and founder of It's10 Haircare and B10, which we are going to talk about in just a minute. Carolyn, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Amber. Thank you for having me.
You know, you are such a friend of New Beauty. I've gotten to interview you and had the pleasure of doing so on New Beauty Live. And I got to tell you, though, I remember the It's10 was the Miracle Leave-In Conditioner, the first product.
It was, and that was about 16 years ago now. So New Beauty and I grew up together.
You know, and now it's funny. My mother is a huge fan of the podcast. Thank you, Mom. But
Hi,
you
Mom.
know, and hi, Mom. And most of the products, I've got to say, you know, now in life, I introduced to her, but this is one that she actually introduced to me. I'm like, yeah, 16 years ago. I remember we were in, you know, I was visiting her in Boca and she was like, I was just in the salon. I've got this fabulous product. And I mean, it's incredible. So let's like take a little bit of a step back. And how did you come up with this? Because you are and were a stylist, a hairstylist.
Forever
Yeah.
a stylist. Once a stylist, still do hair occasionally, you know.
Do you really?
Especially when, of course, especially when someone gets wind that you do hair. They're like, oh, can you cut mine? Can you color it? You know, it just happens.
Oh my God,
So,
during COVID, you must have been like,
Oh yeah. Especially friends, family. I mean, it was, you know, it's our
So
saving grace
lucky.
when we can find somebody.
I was cutting my husband's hair. And let me just tell you, when he went back to the salon, first of all, the barber was like, better than some I've seen, but tell your wife not to quit her day job. So
I love it. Yeah, I know. It was definitely, I was sitting down the kids, sitting down my husband. I mean, it was, you know, it is what it is, whoever needed it. Yeah. And it, you know, it's great that you can do that for people sometimes, because no matter what, it's wonderful to be able to make people feel beautiful. And I always say, I just traded my scissors for bottles now. I'm still making people look and feel beautiful, just in a different way. So I love the industry, been in it pretty much my whole life, 36 years. I was a teenager when I started. And yeah, it's great to be able to do what you love.
So what is it, you know, because in the world of hair care products, you know, there were, I'm assuming, like a ton of leave-in conditioners, right? What made you feel like I want to bring one to market? And then what made this like an instant cult classic?
You know, it's interesting. My years of frustration behind the chair, I think, is what really got me into developing hair care. Why I started with a leave-in, and I call it a product, because
Okay.
I really feel I've raised the bar within the leave-in conditioner world, which has probably been around for 30 or 40 years. So,
Right.
you know, anytime that you can bring something to market that's better, that's different, and that's really ultimately what we did at It's a 10. And that one product really has become the third step to every person's either morning or a salon's, you know, a hairdresser's third step to their process within their client's health. Shampoo, condition, leave-in. No head
Sure.
of hair should ever be touched without our leave-in product in it, which is so much more than just a leave-in conditioner. It's a cutting tool. It's a styling tool. It's a hair protector. It's an instant detangler. It gives instant shine. I mean, as you can tell by the 10 things on the back of every bottle, it actually describes what it does. So it's really all about me creating products that are a 10 and that raise the bar in whatever category they're in. So 16 years later, we have many categories. We started by giving those bottles away for free. We were pretty much broke when we started this company. We had our first company, it completely failed. We kind of picked up the pieces, and with our last $80,000, started the leave-in product with one product, and bought closeout bottles and started handing them out to hairdressers. And here we are 16 years later.
You know, I love that, because I feel like some of this organic marketing, you know, and outreach is really what makes certain products go from like nothing to everything. You know, certainly when you can have, you know, we see that now with like influencer marketing, but if you can have people who are using your brand, spreading the good word, like my mom, right?
So true.
It can sort of start like this amazing cascade of success.
This
I've
entire company was built on that. Truthfully,
yeah.
we did not have any marketing budget. We literally grew on almost like a cult like here, pass this on to your friend kind of a thing. And that is really how we built this company.
So I have to tell you, I'm in love with the Blowdry collection. Is this sort of a newer venture for you?
It is. So this particular collection is all about shine, 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 and more shine.
Yeah.
The
I don't know if you can
entire
tell.
collection. Oh, it is like glass. I can see it from here. Your hair is amazing. And that's the whole purpose behind it. Actually creating that perfect blow dry because we're very into that now, aren't we? Um, and so people, maybe they're washing their hair a little bit more at home, especially with COVID.
Yeah.
And to be able to have the products that really give you that I just walked out of the salon look is crucial. So the entire collection is built around that concept on helping people create, or even stylists create that perfect blow dry.
Now, so what is it in there that's making it so shiny? What are some of the ingredients that we have in there?
Yeah, so the actual ingredients in it is a copolymer, and
Okay.
that actually creates that glass look. Every single SKU within the entire collection has this ingredient in it. And what's really fascinating is some of them you can actually feel or see a difference within the product. So for instance, our conditioner, when you actually pump the conditioner out of the bottle, I think at first, I mean, I know I had a heart attack because I thought they sent me the wrong product because it almost looks like a donut glaze. It's very
Right.
sheer. It's kind of a little see-through. It's kind of got a different consistency to it. And if you actually take your hands and go like this, it's string. You can
Really?
see the
I thought you were
copolymers.
talking about
Yes.
I thought you were talking about the one in the tub, the
Oh,
miracle leave-in conditioner, because
no, no,
that's
no.
really thick.
It is. So that's a hair
That's
mask. But
gorgeous.
in the
Okay.
glossing, in the blow dry glossing collection, it's in a pump.
Oh, okay. I've
Yep,
not tried
it's in
this.
condition. Oh, and
It's
you think your
insane.
hair's shiny now?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah. No, so it actually will you can actually see how fibrous it is. And those polymers actually give that really super glassy look to hair. And those
Oh,
are in each and every SKU within that collection. So it's just like compounded when you use, maybe use the blow dry balm with it. That even, as you blow dry, then you're creating even more of the glass. So even blonde hair looks glassy with this collection.
which is so hard because I feel like what is it with the blondes? Is it the way that the light reflects? Is that why their
No,
hair will never have that sort of shine?
No, it's actually because the cuticle is blown open by bleach. That's
But
the
what about
reality of it.
natural blondes? I
Um,
feel like even natural blondes
okay,
don't have that super
they
shiny.
they don't they don't quite as much. You're right because you have to understand black is a reflective surface,
Right.
much
Okay. So
more so,
yeah.
right? So that's more of an illusion. But a lot of times because people are either highlighting or coloring their hair to help those blonde tones come out, it actually just tends to be drier hair. So has a
Right.
lot to do with
Because
it.
in order to bleach the hair, you have to open up the cuticle.
You open
And
up the cuticle
that's
and
okay.
remove
That's
color bonds. Yes.
so it's one thing that we have on blondes. Haha.
Yeah.
Blondes, you
So
might have
funny.
more fun, but we get more
That's right.
shine.
That's right.
By the way, so we had in the last New Beauty Live, you had two products in the VIP box. One of them was the Miracle Glossing Leave-In Conditioner, and or the
Mhm.
Miracle Glossing Leave-In, not
Leave in.
conditioner.
Yeah.
And then the
Mhm.
other one was the H2O Shield. So I went on a trip and I left it at my sister-in-law's house. And I am like the miracle, I'm sorry, the miracle
That's
glossing
it.
leave-in, gorgeous shine. The H2O Shield is like your summer savior. So
Yes.
let's just talk about because you are a Florida gal, and Florida in the summer, it's like there's like no shot for your hair, correct? I mean, it's just the humidity is like a
It isn't.
bazillion percent.
It's not even humidity. We have downpours. Like
Oh
we get
yeah.
caught in little monsoons throughout the day. And this particular product literally beads water off of hair. Like we have lab samples where we used the H2O shield and then we literally sprayed or poured water on it. It was beading. on the hair shaft itself. So it waterproofs any style. It completely protects the hair. Not only that, it creates slip, it creates shine. It's just a very amazing product, and it's addictive. Like you said, you leave it
It is
behind. You think,
addictive.
what am I going to do?
I was like, okay, must order some more immediately. I actually went to go look for it this morning because you know what? I just haven't been out much. And in New York, we're having these like crazy downpours in the middle of the day now too.
Right?
I mean, I think
and it's
that
the worst.
global warming is real, folks. You know, but the weather is changing here, and it's crazy. So with these two products, though, I remember I'd asked you, you always go with the glossing or the leave-in first, correct?
Any of our leave-ins first. Like I said,
Okay.
shampoo, condition, leave-in. From there, you can layer products, you can use different products depending on your hair type. But yeah, always the leave-in before any other products are used.
And then the smell on them is so phenomenal. But the trick to the H2O Shield, it's heat activated.
This is true. And so it's very, very important that you use some type of heat, whether it's an iron, whether it's a diffuser, whether it's the blow dry with a round brush. You need the heat to activate that actual that sealant that's really going to make it waterproof.
Okay, got it. And I'm telling you, for frizz, this is like your not so secret weapon anymore.
Why? You know what? I hope so, because it can even be used on really curly hair, because if you diffuse it with it, it's going to lock in those curls and keep the frizz down.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I do want to talk now about your B10 cosmetic line, because we all know and love It's a 10 hair care. What made you say, okay, it's time to get into cosmetics and color?
You know what? It's a natural progression for me. It's a natural, listen, beauty is head to toe. And I really want to create additional products with underneath the It's a 10 umbrella, so to speak, that really creates anything that a woman is going to need to get ready. So it can be a hair extension, it can be the makeup, it can be, and obviously B10 has the same type of concept behind it. Simple, easy to use, multifunctional makeup that you don't need YouTube tutorials. You don't need a million brushes. I have the applicators really built right into the makeup itself. It's kind of, you pick it up, it's self-explanatory, you use it, and you get those professional grade, beautiful results where you go, holy smokes, I can't live without this product. Those are the kind of products I like to create, and I want to do it in the color world as well, obviously. So
I love it too. And I have to say, I mean, when you say the word color, like you've got some really bold, bright colors. Do you think that you're kind of inspired by that, like South Florida? Okay, that South Florida vibe.
I am a Puerto Rican woman, and we just, you know, we can do muted as well. But honestly, I'm all about the pop. And especially now, listen, we're still throwing on masks occasionally. We're still like having to make our eyes pop. And when you take your mask off, we have beautiful lip stains that you still have some lip on, even if a little bit came off in your mask. Instantly, we have a brow mascara, boom, 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 a little applicator. You have a popping brow, a great dual chamber mascara. So things that are just going to make it really easy for people to really have those professional grade results without, you know, a lot of work. And that's what we're all about. We need a 10-minute face nowadays, you know?
What are you like? What is the lip product that you're using right now? Your lips look gorgeous.
Thank you. So that is definitely one of it's our lip gloss. And it's the one that was in the new beauty box. And it's literally, the beautiful thing about it is I'm pretty dark skinned. I can get very pale as well, but no matter whether I have my summer tan, whether I have my really kind of winter skin, this color goes with so many different skin tones. And that's one thing as well. B10 makeup is literally all the way from, I say, the palest of palest to the darkest of darkest. Everything from our foundations to our lipsticks to our eye colors, they really are super diversified. And so it's really about being all inclusive with beauty and really embracing your own natural beauty. We don't have this cookie cutter kind of a type of, you know, it's only for this or it's only for that. So
you know, you mentioned inclusivity, which I love. And I know you have that coily collection for, you know, for women with like curly hair. What are you seeing in terms of like inclusive beauty, like what are the changes you're noticing, in terms of being like a cosmetic producer, a hair care producer?
That's a great question because I find it really ironic that there are a lot of brands today that are now being more inclusive. And it's really something that I've always been as a brand. And, it's, I've never been either in just like the Caucasian hair care line or the black hair care line, so to speak, the
Right.
aisles,
Yeah.
the my products have been good for all types of hair really from the get-go. And the fact that I even made a coily collection, it's not just for black hair. I have seen the coilest tiny little curls on blonde hair, fine hair. I mean, coily hair comes
Oh
in
my
all
God.
colors and all
My
shapes.
best girlfriend, Alona, she's Russian and she's got, I mean, super, super curly hair. So,
Yeah. So
which
you know what? That's what I mean. I think being inclusive is doesn't necessarily have to be a race. I
sure.
create my collections around hair types. So I'm super excited
I mean,
about the
these days,
coily
so many of
collection.
us are so many things anyway, right? Like
We're a
I'm a
melting
mutt.
pot. Yes.
I am. My
We are
dad's a
melting pot.
Russian Jew and my mother was Korean and half she doesn't know what.
Wow,
So it's like
beautiful.
a,
Beautiful. No wonder
a,
you're so gorgeous.
thank you. It's a crazy collection though. So I love that. I feel like you're also so on the cutting edge now of like new trends, new technology. What are you seeing in terms of like hair care trending, hair care technology?
Listen, the innovation is incredible and I love to embrace it. I'm all about newness and new ingredients and new technology. But you know what's really great is I think it's great that we're finally embracing our own beauty. We're not trying to be something we aren't. And there's so many new great products out there that help us do that. And it is about simpler, it is almost kind of like the no makeup look. It's not the heavy, thick, like 10 pounds. Let me try to look like someone I'm not. It's really about bracing your own beautiful features. And, I love the trends that listen, we've been kind of straight and smooth for a while with a little wave. We're doing heavy curtain bangs. We're embracing our own natural waves and curls. Obviously, within the black world, they're all about embracing their own natural hair now. So I think
Yeah.
that's beautiful. And I actually just, read a great article about how they're going to start teaching that more in beauty school, and they should. I behind the chair did every hair type, and I was one of the few hairdressers that could embrace all types of hair. And I think it's really important that we teach people to embrace their own beauty, and we have to, as beauty professionals, really encourage that. So that's what I
Yeah.
choose to do.
Oh, I absolutely love that. I do think it's like so important, to start from the top. And I'm glad that the message is getting spread about inclusivity. Um, in terms of like you're saying now, and that like everybody's embracing their own beauty. It's funny. I was asking my girlfriend, we're going out for girls' night on Saturday. And again, I haven't been out. And I was like, what do people wear now? Like what's
I
in?
love
I
it.
mean, what do we do? And it was funny because she was like, pretty much anything goes these days. And I agree. It's like whatever makes you feel good, whether when it's coming to makeup, if you want to rock like a full face, if you want to rock something light, if you want to go with like bold, crazy hair colors, if you want to
Yes,
wear
or a real crazy like a teal eyeliner or whatever.
and
It is so
lips,
fun. Yes, I
you
love
just
it.
have to kind of embrace your beauty. What are you seeing now in South Florida? Like, what's the vibe going on there?
Listen, we're always a little over the edge down here, no
Yeah.
matter what. So we definitely, we definitely do have the pops of color that are more intense. I mean, a fuchsia eyeshadow.
Yeah.
Like we just have always been a little bit over the edge. Lots of metallics. It's all about the bling. so,
Do you have
so
do you have like any tips? Because listen, the humidity here in New York right now is like you walk outside and I feel like if I was wearing a full face, it would literally melt off. But I know that Florida is like that. I mean, pretty much from, June to end of
it's full
August.
time. It's
It's
full time. We're melting all year round.
yeah.
And ultimately, I'll tell you what's really, really amazing. One thing that I created, it's called beginning to end finishing spray. So it is a very light aerated setting spray as well as a finishing spray. So first dusting your face a little bit, applying your makeup, and then putting a layer of it, and it comes out like air. You don't feel
Okay.
like you just took a bath after you use it. And a lot of finishing or setting sprays do that. So it's
Totally.
very, very light. It's got a little bit of a coconut water in it, just kind of hydrates a little, because honestly, when your skin is just thirsty for moisture, that's when it starts kicking up those oils. If you put a little setting spray on, put your makeup on, and then put a little finishing spray on, just another dust at the end, it actually sets everything in. And you'd be surprised. You can walk around all day and your skin is not producing a lot of additional oils and you're already set. So it really does help
Huh.
protect the makeup throughout the day.
I never thought about that. So it's the fact like that your makeup is your skin is producing oil because it
Because it's
actually wants.
thirsty. So if you
Oh.
moisturize before you put your makeup on, and then you put your makeup on and put a setting spray, your skin is happy. So you're not like all of a sudden like freaking out, like your skin going, "Oh, I need moisture," and you're like a grease ball by the end of the day, because you're
Totally.
you're set. You're set. So
I was like, what is it in the setting spray that kind of gives that, like, what is it that's
that little bit
sealing
of
that in?
moisture. It's a
It's
it's a
just
coconut
moisture.
water. It's a coconut
Okay.
water. Yeah, it's very light though. So, it's not like you ever feel greasy from it, which is great.
No, I mean, well, every time I've ever talked to you, you always have that beautiful, like perfect, dewy, gorgeous, stunning glow
Thank
from you
you.
do. You really do.
Thank
Um,
you. A little highlighter always does that, girl, just
oh,
boom, boom.
did you just snatch your nose? Can I tell you, I've been trying.
Just a little, right? A little cheek highlighter. That's like a given, like gives you that kind of that aura.
I love it. I've watched so many videos on YouTube about how to snatch your nose. And I feel like every time I do it, it's just maybe I'm just too self conscious because I just feel like there's something to be said about that perfect blend. And I've bought the
It's
specialty
true.
brushes, I've tried all the different
And
highlighters
this
and
is why I'm
bronzers.
saying, so we have a contour like applicator. The sponge is built into it, and the actual width of it is probably about maybe a little smaller than that. So you don't need a lot of different brushes. You literally like draw the line, draw the lines, and then blend with a
Blend it
sponge, because
in.
our foundation, and it's so much easier. You don't need those YouTube tutorials. It's literally like doot doot, line, blend a little with the sponge at the end, and it's a sponge applicator from the get-go, so you're not getting a super hard line that you have to literally try to get out after you put it on. Sometimes you're like, what do I do with this? I look like an Indian, right? I've got all these
Yeah,
like
yeah,
lines.
seriously.
This goes on so gently, it's just so much easier to blend it, so it makes a big difference.
Do you feel like have you ever been down any of these like YouTube holes though? Like, do you do that? Do you get on Instagram or
Of
TikTok? Okay.
course I do. That's why I created the almost like the other version, because the average person, literally, one, who can sit there and duplicate those videos, and
Right.
then two, they use a million different brushes and they sit there and blend, 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 blend for 20 minutes. All right. I want my whole face done in 10.
Yeah.
so so
Yeah.
so when you're having to sit there and blend and then what is it, a bake and blend and contour and highlight, it's literally, who has that kind of time? You need the products to do it for you, and that's what I've
Also,
created.
it's like some of this stuff I feel like too is great for the camera and great for your selfies, but like in real life, I don't know that it always translates as not looking like you're wearing a ton of makeup.
A ton of makeup, exactly. So I agree, and I think that look is kind of dying out a little bit. That
Yeah.
really heavy 5 pounds of makeup. And not
Oh,
only that, I personally can't stand the feeling. The older I've gotten, especially after COVID, I mean, I wore little to no makeup during COVID. So I
nothing.
think the world is kind of going back to a different vibe. I think as we return to normal life, we want simpler ways to do our hair. We want simpler ways to put on our face, because I think we realized how much life is precious. And we
Totally.
realized that during COVID. And I think we realized how much time we wasted doing a lot of things that we really didn't need to be doing. We need to be very particular about our time. And so I think COVID has inspired people in a lot of different ways. And I think changing the hair and makeup is one of them.
I have to ask you, I'm sorry to bring up like another brand here, but I just discovered this. Have you ever tried the beach waiver? Have you
Yes.
ever heard of this? What are your
Yes.
thoughts?
I don't have one, but I need one.
Uh,
That's
Can
my
I
thought.
tell you, speaking of
Oh my
5
God. It's
minute
like, oh,
hair,
this
so
is boom, boom,
I
boom,
was
boom, boom, boom,
running
boom,
a
boom,
little
boom,
bit
boom. I
late for
needed
this
this.
podcast today and just kind of trying to get things done. And I wanted to go straight because I wanted to show how shiny it is with the leave-in. But it just kind of looked because it's like 1,000 degrees humidity in here, even with 18 air conditioners. And I was like, I've got 3 minutes to get on there. I'm going to pull out the beach waiver. And I am obsessed with this
It looks
thing.
amazing. It looks amazing.
I
And
mean, I
that's
didn't even
what
do
we
the
need.
back. Like if you see it right now, but it's just kind of like you can just quickly throw it in.
It's Zoom ready. Front only, right? But can I tell you, that's what we need in our industry. And that's what I really work on creating. We need products that literally, like you just said, I've got 3 minutes. I need to look great, and this is how I'm going to do it. And that's what it's all about. That's the beauty of our industry.
Well, you know what, too? I felt good about it because I had used the Miracle Glossing leave-in and I knew that my hair was protected from the heat.
It
So
looks
that was
gorgeous.
like boom, boom,
Yes.
boom, boom, boom. It is. It's so shiny.
It's beautiful.
We are doing this as a summer series. Are there any other like products and that you feel like just as like a woman you need in summer?
Oh my goodness. Like anything anti-humidity is what I'm all about. We also have additional styling products that really help cut that humidity down with hair.
Which ones?
Well, our smoothing balm, the glossing smoothing balm is amazing. So when layered with the leave-in, it's just really about, keeping a smoothing balm is different than a styling cream. So
Okay.
it really just, it's not as heavy. And so it tends to really give you that smoothness without the weight, and it still has a gloss to it. So, yeah, I mean, it's really about protecting your skin. It's about really cutting down humidity. And, that's really what it's, we're working towards here. It's just fighting those summer woes,
Now, do you
hair
have a
and
favorite?
oily skin.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite SPF that you love?
You know what? I mean, I usually don't do too much over 15, only because I'm naturally darker. I know I'm bad.
Mhm.
I'm bad. Don't
Mhm.
listen to me, ladies. I'm bad. I'm Puerto Rican. I already have this kind of natural
Well,
undertone.
but okay, listen, we keep
so
it
yeah.
real here.
So
Thank you for listen. No, we keep
I'm
it real
honored.
on this podcast.
And sometimes what happens with the SPFs is the consistency changes, and I don't like the feeling of a heavy SPF.
Yeah.
So I like a little, and I'd rather just kind of wash my face and keep it clean and put a lighter SPF, and some of even, the powders and the makeups that I use, help
Have it.
protect as well. So yeah,
Well, which
kind
one
of
are you
layered on that
using?
way. Well, my foundation is the B10 foundation. It's the tan one.
Okay.
And which is it comes in a little, it's actually a cream foundation, but it's so micro smooth, and the sponge is literally like a micro, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's a very unique sponge. So the finish is so nice and light. It's not a really heavy foundation.
Wait, we got to stop for a minute. What's going on your nails? I feel like I need a mani cam. Can you
We
show?
have little butterflies, yeah, and flowers and bling bling. I'm a nail girl. See, this is very Miami. This is very Miami, okay? This is what we do in Miami.
Oh, girl, New York has that too.
more.
Trust me, especially if you go like up 20 blocks to the Bronx. I mean, some of the most fabulous nails I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly. It's all about the detail.
It's about having fun. I love that. I love this. Carolyn, it's always such a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you,
in addition to
such an honor.
The It's a 10 Haircare and the B10, you mentioned some of the other brands. What are some of the other brands under your umbrella?
So we have an extension company, which is X10 10 shins.
Okay.
And we also have hair tools. So it's a 10 hair tools. We make dryers. We make amazing brushes, round brushes, big, huge paddle brushes with boar brush, detangling brushes. So there's just, like I said, head to toe, anything you need to create that look of the day, whatever it may be, because we love to change it up. It's all about creating the tools to help a woman do that, or a hairdresser. So that's what I focus on.
You are a self-made woman of color, like, yay, who has just killed it. I mean, good for you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being such an inspiration.
I'm not done.
No,
I'm still at
what's
it,
next
so.
for you, do you think?
Oh my goodness, I'm working on so many things. Well, I just had a baby. I'm 54 years old. I have a 5-month-old little girl, and I am about to launch
What?
Tiny 10. So Tiny 10 for children, raising the bar for our babies, and yeah, Tiny Hiney cream and all kinds of cute little things. So yeah,
Oh my God,
that's one of my next
congratulations.
projects.
I had no
Thank you.
idea. And I love that Tiny 10. That is so
Tiny
freaking
10.
cute.
Yeah, we have Tiny Honey cream. So yeah, having fun. What can I
I
say? Love what I do.
can't. Oh my gosh. And of course you're going to have like all those like baby safe shampoos that we, right?
Yes,
Like,
we have a 3-in-1, a shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, all in one, tear free, totally baby safe, and yeah, lots of great products.
has that launched yet?
No, it's going to be
No.
launching early next year. Of course, we have to have a leave-in so those little hairs won't fly away. So
Yeah, right.
yeah, yeah.
Little babies, they need to have their little heads protected with all that
That's
gorgeous hair.
right.
Oh
That's
my gosh,
right.
don't you wish like as kids? I love now that moms are so much more in the know. I feel like my mother used to tell me like as a child I had so much hair. And now it's like I wish I didn't do all of the damage to, all the things
Yeah, but you know
we
what?
take
Now
for
they do
granted.
have good products for kids, which is great. More
It is
organic,
great.
like you said. Yeah, more conscious and products that actually work for them too, you
And
know?
probably not.
So
Did you grow up with Aussie scrunch spray?
yes. That mega, it was like a rock.
It was like your hair was a
literally so
rock and it
crunchy.
smelled like you could smell it from like 3 doors away. If
It was
somebody
so
had used
sweet.
that,
Yeah.
they'd walk in the door. I mean, I
So
loved it. Don't
funny.
get me wrong, loved it, but oh, that
Yeah.
could not have been good for your
So
hair.
funny. No, you could smell the toxicity in the air.
Carolyn, if people want to know more about your companies, where's the best place to go?
Well, It's a 10 CEO is my Instagram. It's a 10 Hair Care Instagram. But honestly, our website connects all of my
All of
companies
them.
together. It's a world of knowledge. It's a 10haircare.com. You can get the B10 extensions, hair tools, everything right from that portal. So
And I love it, and I'm just going to say it again, and you're supporting a female founded woman of color brand, so it's important. It's important for us to know that and to highlight that. And thank you so much for giving us this
Appreciate that.
beautiful, incredible hair.
My
Just loved
pleasure. I
having you
love it.
on.
Thank you, Amber. I appreciate it. And you do an amazing job. So God bless. We
Oh.
need more of you in our industry.
Oh, well, thank you. And you know what? I'm
Yeah,
going to
you
give a
amazing
special
podcast, and you bring so much knowledge to the public. It's wonderful.
thanks. Well, you know what? When you get to do what you love, it's never like going to work.
You're
That's
right.
what they say.
So true. That's why you're
And-
so good at it.
On that note, I want to thank all of you people who are listening at home. We love you. We love the support. If you have questions you want me to pass on to Carolyn, I'm always happy to do that. You can email me at hello@Art Beauty Podcast. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube at Art Beauty Podcast. And as always, we will see you next Tuesday. Bye.